Hey guys, this is our third session in our new handicap series, my new handicap series. And it's all about points of interest, which we've talked about, but I'm going to be reminding us along the way. Let's check it out. We'll get things defined more and more as we go along. So lots of options here. What's our goal? Even up game, settle your group. Well, one black, one white, it's equal. I'm perfectly healthy. True. So what are the points of interest? Well, if we look at white has a Joseki choice if he wants. Well, black can get this if he wishes. Doesn't that kind of look good, reaching out to the board like that? I mean, he can play here and it's nice. He can play here, followed by this, which is nice. This is a very pleasant Joseki for black. Now, we don't have to stay here. Just play the game, that's fine. I chose and get used to this, just your choice, right? I chose a nice little group. I'm alive, I have points, and I'm playing the game as if it's an even game. Points of interest. That's not Joseki. Well, what's up with it? Well, we plug in our little reading, our little imaginations, and the first thing I see is Area 1 is easier to enter. It's more open space than if he had played at A or B. If he plays at B, there's a lot less. A, less. His move, lots more space. So that's the first thing. What's next? Well, I can't help but look at the open skirt. And if we get this sort of shape, that doesn't look like it's alive. Looks like a narrow little area only worthy of one eye. So that's something that crosses my mind. Next, I imagine this one, and I ask myself, is that hole worthwhile here? Now, looking at it now, I don't know. Looks interesting. I don't know if it's worthwhile or not. It's a lot of variations. So I would simply plug that in and go, okay, later on it might become more clear. Can't figure everything out right now, but I like that. Maybe that'll make him one eye later. Who knows what's going to happen? So we become aware of our surroundings. That's it. Dang, how do those, super Dawn players figure it all out? It's just characteristics. I now have extra space. My approaching his open skirt has certain characteristics. And as the game continues, they will show themselves as good or bad. So I just approached. You might remember my pattern in my handicap games. Settle at A, settle at B, enter some 3-3. I just do that over and over and over. Okay. Settle my stone. My favorite Joseki. He doesn't surround me. This was it was his sente. He could surround me, or at least that one. So he doesn't. Oh, I'm going to break that immediately. Biggest thing on the board. Very focused point of interest. Well, that's interesting. Figure out what's going on here. If he now covers me, his left is starting to look. Let's have him. I worry about the cut. Gosh, that's. Let's just put another move in there. It's all points. While if I play it, next move, horrible trouble for black. So it's a double Sente point, and I now have thick access to the center. It's a huge move. Well, isn't this bigger? And this is really, I mentioned before that Handicap Go brings out more of the principles for black and for white. So if we look at the principle of what makes something big, well, this is the wide open spaces approaching a corner. This is all classically huge stuff. But problems in positions, getting extra life, extra thickness, extra something, that's bigger. So here it's Sente, and I've hurt the bottom more. It's just all, it's a really, really big move. So if you can get a handle on why A is so big, and you start understanding this definition of points of interest, how there's weak groups, there's weak perimeters, there's Aji, all these different points of various forms of weakness. Okay, I come up, he plays here. Man, couldn't be more delighted. First, that's over-concentrated, right? It should be at the very least here, and quite probably here. So it's a terrible defensive move. I'm really slow. Secondly, let's just check out this move for a minute. We still have all this room for life, as well as a knight's move that we can cut black's heavy group. Notice these weaknesses. So he played a move that wasn't getting all he can, so I just gained, and he left ease for us later. And if you just put the next white stone down, you don't really notice these things and they won't come up in the game. But if you pause and you think, what's going on? There's stuff going on. Okay. And now you can choose, I prefer this because I think I want to pressure, take the bottom area. Great. Wonderful. This is a very specific strategy for you. I'm thinking whatever he plays, if he plays here, it's kind of, not enough support. How's he going to support his stone? Great. Get your plan, do what you see. This is a particular style of, I don't care what I say, I just play a big move. I don't worry about it. It's because these games, I'm supposed to win. I'm playing below my level, so I should win. But I offer the game, right? Please take it. I'll play you like it's an even game. No strategy, just I'll play a big move. I'll defend myself, and I'll let you win or lose the game. And it's really good for seeing principles. And should we press again? Yes, because we'd like to turn there. We're good. He's good. Although I definitely see a little something. Doesn't look very interesting, but it's a little something for later. So the right is perking up, very big area. So we could play on the right, which generally speaking is fine. But in this case, there's a lot going on in the center. I just decided to play a center move to negate anything he might do there. Okay. Then settle. Connect. He makes a mistake here. Means I get some extra settled. Notice the points of interest. He left a 3 in a row. That's bad shape. Gee, should I push? Yeah, he now has two weak groups. We don't know what comes next. We might, depending on how easily you read things, but at least this. And now you get to do some reading. Well, let's check it out. If I cut and he says, "You're dead, Tari," he never has a chance. So yeah, we can cut. He comes out, corner. Should we play here or here? In each case, it's going to be different. Sometimes it's here. Sometimes it's here. It really depends. Well, what's going on here? Well, the corner is an issue. We want the liberties filled. So I play here. And I go. Who's going to win this battle? Well, before I decide, I could have played that a lot better, by the way. Before I decide, well, this isn't a, what an ugly way to respond. Look at all that's going on here. Black is incredibly heavy, in the middle, weak on top. This is pretty bad. Now, black's got an eye in the corner, and I don't have an eye, so he should win this. I could have won it, but I didn't. Every game you play, you're going to be making mistakes. So why don't I resign? Because, yeah, looks like I'm going to lose the battle. But there's problems in his shape. So let's just see. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, let's do the next one. Let's see where this goes. You mean you're not going to give up? No, there's definitely interesting things for white. You mean you're going to live? No, that's not the point. If we save, that means we have three liberties. That's three moves we can do stuff with. Surround. Oh, he's going to win it. That's fine. Tari. So he gained 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 points by the capture. I got in the neighborhood of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So point-wise, pretty similar. But what will he now do with his A stone? Nothing. What about his B stone? Absolutely nothing. What am I going to do with my C stone? I'm going to take a whole bunch of center stuff. So the points are similar. I'm the one left with potential. It's actually better for me. Doesn't feel like it. So that, well, I know he has that lack on the left. Now you're going to have to forgive me here. If you want to know the right place to play, go ask some professional, some AI, something like that. I'm here to consider how to think about things, what things go into the equation, and how do we organize them so that we come up with good moves, generally speaking. So I think if I didn't have center, I might play something like D and take the points and let black get center thickness. But it just I didn't do all the reading here. I did a little bit of reading, enough to say, I think my stone's okay, but I'm focusing more on outside influence. And the way it turned out, I didn't get it. Okay. I really like this cut, right? Look at his group all of a sudden on the left there, upper left. Looks very lonely. Making my life, making life. Making life, and I now have life. Is that true? Make my two eyes Atari. Not life yet. Is that right? Co for life. I'd rather not do co. But I'm getting some sente moves. Sente. Very nice sente moves. Then live. Okay. So white to play. And we're getting in the habit. Points of interest. What's going on? Well, at the moment, his A group's out of reach. It's just out, and my center group is way too weak to think about attacking. Well, what else? Well, actually, his B group doesn't have any eyes. So if I just kind of go in that direction, I can start pestering it, and that's going to give me information. The stronger you get, the more this concept of asking questions. Our local 9-down Chris. He's really big on that. Says, why? He doesn't even say, I don't know where to play, so I'm going to ask a question. He's just like, I enjoy asking questions. So he'll probe, what are you going to do? And he'll just go in that direction. Like, really nice to see. Okay. So we did a little exchange, and you check out his A group. It's like, well, doesn't really have any eyes yet. But our A stone is way more out in the center, has got significant safety. Pardon me. So we check out how much we're bothering his eyes here. There's a decision to be made. Should I think about surrounding the whole thing, or surround this way, which gives me a guaranteed center? Great. We completely surrounded two separate groups. He's going to live there. Let me make sure I surround this guy. Surround. There's various ways of surrounding. I'm not sure I like this one, but there it is. I'm pretty weak here, so if I get cut, I'm dead. Okay, back to the corner, right? He clarifies, saying, I'm probably alive. Okay, let me get back over here. And then you look around. We're playing in this upper left, and it's like, just a second. Wow, he died. I didn't expect that. If I had stopped and done all this, I'm reading everything out. No, I don't. I just don't like playing that way. So his A is dead if my B is alive. But since I keep my hive in order, gosh, I hope a few of you get all my jokes. Okay, so this is me gaining liberties, running home, and looking at the gap. This is complete. Complete. This is replete, replete. There's a word there. This has a whole bunch of points of interest. I need liberties. Well, I see all these gaps, right? That could mean cutting, escaping, something. What's it mean? I don't know. I like it. I'm glad it's not thick there. I could be dead if it's thick there. I see a gap there, and I see my thickness to the right. So, one step at a time. Start going out. I get a freebie here. Take your freebies. That's a little bit crazy. I can't believe I played there. My A group has no eyes, does it? Is there some? Oh, Black's dead on his B group. Me playing this move at C makes a statement that, oh, my A group has plenty of liberties, I'm fine. Seems to me I'm being greedy here, trying to, yeah, I don't, this is not a good move as far as I can see. I would far prefer getting out, surrounding Black. If my A group is connected out, then I don't have to kill B. I don't have to add. Remember, if I play at 1, that's 1 less point for me. So if I have to capture the B group, I'm losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm losing 7 points if I have to capture. And maybe even more because of throwing in. What's he doing during those 7 moves? Getting points on the outside. So I'd really rather live or escape with my A group. So this is, I don't get this move. Will you be playing moves that are wrong? Oh yeah, get used to it. Just own it. Out. I'm just looking for liberties. Out. Here. Sorry. Start in. Filling them in. Just fill them in. He has. So let's check out the A group. Let's go back a few moves. Okay. We're about to start a liberty race. So let's count it all up and see who wins. Now, I'm a very lazy person. I'm like, well, let me just kill. You know, I'm going to be responding. So let's just respond here. Finally, I can see easily without effort, his A group is every liberty surrounded other than the middle. So his liberties are easy to count. Let's actually count them. 1, no, not yet. He didn't play on the outside to surround me. That's an exchange. He did not gain a liberty or lose a liberty yet. 1. 2, no, not yet. That's an exchange. 1, 2, 3. He has 3 liberties. So a clear count. How many liberties do I have? At least 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't have to play. So I go back about my business doing other things. And that's all the points of interest. We can stop there. This end game doesn't mean anything. And I win big because of a large capture and having other big areas, right? I've got 3 corners, one of which is large, and then a massive left, so way ahead. So this series, trying to define what are points of interest and how they are constantly in play. Now, in this game, we've hardly been attacking weak groups. It happens, but significantly more we're taking advantage of his weak shapes. Okay, we'll do it all again next one. Okay, bye.